Hello and welcome to our new test facility here in Karlskrona, Sweden. So what is a radio cage?
Our cage here is specially designed for cellular IoT testing. Anything that happens inside the cage won't come out, and equally anything that's happening outside the cage won't come in. So what we get inside the cage for testing is a very well-controlled radio environment. We're focused at the operator level, we're focused at the network level. How well does that device work towards the network? How well does it behave with an operator? How well does your SIM card work towards the base stations? And not only, Telenor Sweden, like you might expect, but also how well does it roam into other countries like Norway or Finland that we have in the region?
We have real base stations, real antennas, and we can also set at what power the signal is, I guess.
IoT devices have to work by themselves in some of the most horrific conditions. So it's important that before you deploy a device into field, you know what you're going to get. So with the test facility here, we can replicate a whole number of situations that your device might find itself in the real world, and you'll get to know, hey, yep, my device works here, here, and not here. Okay, cool, that's my performance envelope.
Most of the times, it's a lot of devices. It could be hundreds of thousands of devices that should be deployed. So you can save a lot of money and time finding faults early in the process. Also, technology is getting more and more complex. We have a lot of new features that makes things really great in end use case, but can also make things harder to test. So that also makes this more important to have the possibility to do tests in test labs beforehand.
We have multiple operators here, so not just Sweden, right? So we have Norway, we have Denmark, and we have Finland as well. So if you come into the cage and we set Norway up, you'll even get that text message that says, "Welcome to Norway." And that's because we're part of the Telenor group, that we have access to those partners, right? So not everybody can offer those multiple international operators in one test facility. So if you are typically testing with a simulated base station, you are bypassing what the impact of the SIM card is, right? And there's a lot that the SIM card controls. Whereas you come to our facility, you'll see how your device works on a real base station with a real SIM card in a real world condition. The startup meeting is really important because everybody's hardware is different. I need to know what you've got, I need to know what's capable of, and I need to know what your expectations are. We're going to have to make sure that your device can be tested and you'll get the results that you want. So we'll discover that through the initial meeting. Might be one, might be a couple, depends on what we need to do. Depends on if you're going to come on site or depends on if you want to test remotely, because we can also do that. So if you've got long-term testing you want to do, you can send the device to me. And again, we'll work together. I can provide the network, you run your hardware, and we'll test it together over it might be a week sometimes. We've had customers that do long-run testing over months.
Test core device behavior under controlled, real-world network conditions. Power efficiency, roaming performance, emergency functionality. Identify issues early and ensure consistent reliability at scale. Whether you're validating SIM technologies or security compliance, you'll get full control and expert guidance throughout. Simulations have limits, but our test lab replicates real-world conditions like roaming, coverage loss, and emergency calls. Work with our experts to tailor every test to your specific needs.